Hello all. Welcome to the discussion of mock test 13, international relations. I hope everybody gone through the questions and completed the quiz in the Telegram channel. So we'll be discussing the 25 questions that you have gone that you have solved in the Telegram channel. Okay. So the first question. See, if you have already gone through the quiz, what we have done is that we have tried to bring different type of questions. When we discussed the type of questions in the discussion, I mentioned that for international relations there will be questions from economic side also, like reports, questions from World Bank, IMF. So we have tried to incorporate such questions also in the test in this mock test. Okay. So the first question. So just a minute. Yeah. So the first question. In the context of what is the implication in Indian context? What is the implication of signing and ratifying the Comprehensive Nuclear Test and Treaty? See, I have, when we discussed the previous question, we discussed a similar question to NPT. So this is something which is similar to NPT question. Now they are asking CTBT. Okay. The first statement is the country will have to prohibit and prevent any explosion at any place under its jurisdiction or control. Now, what if you have gone through the objective of CTBT? The basic objective of CTBT is to ban all kind of nuclear related test. So this particular statement says the country will have to prohibit and prevent any explosion at any place. Any explosion means any kind of test at any place under its jurisdiction or control. Okay, the second statement, the country will have to phase out all its nuclear warheads and nuclear fuel stockpile within a year after the treaty comes into force. Now, the second statement, do you think second statement is a right answer, right statement? Why? Because this is an extreme statement. Uh, the idea of the statement is kind of extreme. That means we have to eliminate all our nuclear warheads. Do you think India or any country will be ready to do this at this point of time? No, the chances are very less. This is a wrong statement, and this is a right statement because this particular CTBT bans all kind of explosion. Okay, so the answer here will be B. Sorry, answer A will be A. Okay. Now, second question. This is geography related, map related question. The city located in the northeastern Africa is near to the confluence of Blue and White Nile rivers. It is the capital of Africa, third largest country. It has recently witnessed a massive protest. Remember, I've told you to be careful with the regions where there are conflicts, which overturned 3 decades rule of authoritarian government. Identify the city: Juba, Khartoum, Addis Ababa, Cairo. So the country where, if you know the country we are talking about, that is Sudan, then the answer is easy. That is Khartoum. Okay, so either you should know the geography here, or you should know which country, which country's political situation we are talking about. Okay, then it's an easy thing. Okay, now coming to the third question. Now this is also something which was this particular thing was in news recently. Peace Spring. Peace Spring recently in news is related to, remember the Arab Spring question? Okay, this is a question similar to that. Peace Spring, an arrangement of the United Nations to help refugees of the civil war, a bilateral exercise proposed between India and Saudi Arabia, a series of uprising of people in Arab countries, a military operation against rebel force in West Asia. Now, the options are so close. So this is a tough question. Unless you know what is Peace Spring, it will be difficult for you to take a guess. Okay, so such questions, I'll say these are like no man's land questions. So if you want to take a guess, you can take a guess. Otherwise, it is better to leave such questions. Okay, because it is high risk. It is a high risky question. Now, here the answer is, what is peace spring? It is the military operation. This is basically the military operation conducted by Turkey against Kurds. Against Kurds. Okay. Now, that is the third question. The answer is D. Now, coming to the fourth question. Consider the following statement. The International Solar Alliance is a coalition to specifically address energy needs by harnessing solar energy. I think this is a basic knowledge about International Solar Alliance. Now, I have said that most of the time the objective will be correct. Not all the time, but most of the time. Okay. So the statement is correct. Now, second, the membership is restricted to sunshine countries lying fully or partially between the Tropic of Cancer and the Tropic of Capricorn. See, when they started initially, they used to be say that the membership of this particular International Solar Alliance was restricted to the tropical and tropical countries or semi-tropical countries. Now, recently, they decided to expand this particular International Solar Alliance membership to all the countries. There's no restrictions. Okay, so this particular statement is wrong. So the answer will be A. Okay, next again is a map-based question. Regions which are constantly in news because of the conflicts. Okay, so these things you need to practice. You need to practice so that you need to look for the regions and you need to have a thorough map understanding. Okay, so Darfur, is it in Sudan? I think more than these two things are comparatively, Herat and Kunduz will be much easier compared to Darfur and Raqqa. Even Raqqa is also constantly news. Raqqa, where is Raqqa? Raqqa is in Syria. And Herat, where is Herat? Herat is actually in Afghanistan. Kunduz is also in Afghanistan. Herat is also in Afghanistan. Okay, so Herat, Pakistan is wrong. Raqqa, Iraq is wrong. So the answer is Darfur is in Sudan and Kunduz is in Afghanistan. 193. That means C is the answer. Okay, then coming to the next question, 6. Which of the following intellectual property rights are covered under agreement on trade related aspects of intellectual property rights, TRIPS? See, this is a economy related question. Okay, but these questions, when we study international relation, we study WTO. We study WTO under international financial institutions. That is why I have incorporated this particular question. Okay, so what are the areas covered under TRIPS? That's the question. Copyright and trademarks, geographical indicators, designs of integrated circuits, rights over variety of plants. When you study WTO basics, you will cover this thing. The answer here is all of the above, D. Okay, now coming to 7. What does offset clause often mention in news in the context of defense deal? Now, this is a defense related questions. Okay, now why, even though it is a defense related question, but this particular word is constantly in news. That is why this particular topic is important. Now, what do you mean by offset clause? If you know the answer, then it's fine. Otherwise, you need to think. Offset clause. Okay, offset clause means, what is offset? What do you want to offset? Okay, what do you need to? It's basically, offset clause means you need. The idea is that you need to do something extra to compromise some loss or compromise something to improve something like that. Okay, what I'm saying is that try to understand the literal meaning and try to relate to it. Okay, it is a provision for parties to cancel the deal unilaterally in case of delays. It is a clause inserted in the deal to gain domestic economic benefits. Okay, it is a provision included in the agreement to get discounts in later defense purchases. None of the above. See, what is offset clause is that it is basically a provision for foreign direct investment in India. And if a company is ready to invest in manufacturing, ready to set up its manufacturing hub or whatever it in India, a defense company, then those company need to follow the offset clause. That means they need to compulsorily procure the resources for resources from the local market, not from the foreign market. Let's say America is setting up a company in India. What usually they will do, they'll do that even though the manufacturing is happening in India, they'll bring all the items required for manufacturing from America itself or from any other country. That means India. That means literally India is not benefiting anything out of it. Indian people are not getting anything out of it. So we should avoid such a situation. So what we do is that we have kept a clause like offset clause where there is a compulsory mandatory this much percentage of things should be procured from India itself. Then the domestic economic there will be domestic economic benefits, or they need to give some technology to India so that Indian companies can develop on that. Something like that where there should be some domestic benefit for domestic economic benefit. Okay, so your answer is B. Okay, now 8, Kimberley process. This particular word, Kimberley process, is in news for last 2 years. So probably there are chances that UKC can ask the question because this time India was the kind of chair of this Kimberley process. I mean, so this particular thing was in news constantly. Okay, now what is Kimberley process? It's basically related to, just remember, Kimberley process is basically related to diamonds. Okay, so funding of conflict against legitimate government using diamonds. The answer is A. Okay. Now, again, this is a tough question. If you know the answer, you can go for it. Otherwise, it's difficult because Kimberley process can be anything. So unless you know, I won't recommend you to go and guess for this. Okay. 9th question. United Nations Relief and Works Agency is a relief and human development agency established for Rohingya refugees. It is the only UN agency dedicated to helping refugees from a specific region or conflict. Now, these are the type of questions they can ask from United Nations or a organization or agencies. But again, this is a tough question because this is not something which we are not familiarized with this particular organization. Okay, so what is the answer? This United Nations Relief and Works is actually not related to Rohingya crisis. It is related to the Palestine refugees, Israel-Palestine related issue. Okay, so this is a wrong statement. It is the only UN agency dedicated to helping refugees from a specific region or conflict. Yes, it is the only. There are no other agencies under United Nations which is specifically set up for one particular conflict. I mean, to help the refugees of one particular conflict. Otherwise, it is usually the United Nations refugee commission which deals all the other things. Now, why this was in news? Because India gave this time around, I don't remember how much. India gave a lot of fund to this particular body. Okay, so here the answer is B. Okay. Next, a new format of dialogue, 2+1 dialogue mechanism is sometimes mentioned in the context of India's affairs with this country. This is a bilateral related question. 2+1 format. India have decided to start 2+1 format. Which country? It is with China. Okay, India and China, I think it was decided in the Wuhan summit, the informal summit, that we'll start 2+1 dialogue. 2+1 means India plus China will cooperate to develop a third country. India and China will cooperate to develop a third country. Here, they decided first third country will be Afghanistan. That is 2+1 dialogue mechanism. Okay, next question. India and Pakistan recently held Track 2 dialogue in Islamabad. Track 2. Which among the following is the best definition of Track 2 dialogue? I think we have discussed this thing in our class also. What are different tracks? There is Track 1, 1.5, Track 2. Even there are Track 3. Okay. Track 1 is government to government. Track 2 is private. When the non-government organization come together, that is Track 2. What is 1.5? When there is both government and private. Okay. Track 3, sometimes we refer Track 3 also. That is between people to people. Okay. Now, so it is a diplomacy in which communication interaction is between governments. It is Track 1. Diplomatic dialogue involving officers from the armed forces. No. It is a diplomatic dialogue which private individual meet unofficially. Yes. Okay. Answer is C. 12. are the consequences of a country becoming member of Australian group? Last session also I discussed what is the purpose of Australian group. Okay, it will get assistance to fulfill its obligation under Chemical Weapon Convention and the Biological Weapon. I have mentioned that Australian group is related to chemical and biological weapon. So if it is related to chemical and biological weapon, this statement will be a correct statement. It becomes legally bound by the obligation undertaken by the grouping. Australian group is part of the informal group system. Informal groups related to control the multilateral export of technologies. So there is no chance it will be legally bounding. It's an informal group. That means that what I want to say is that if you know the basic fundamentals of this particular thing, what it is, what is the nature, you can answer the question. Okay, here the first statement is correct, second is wrong. Answer is A. 13. 13. The terms countries of particular concern and special watch list, sometimes seen in the news in this context of okay. Again, this was in news. Countries of particular concern, special watch list. What is it related to? Here, this is a tricky question because there is something similar to intellectual property rights also. But here the answer is freedom of religion. This is basically a report published by United States. Okay, United States, where they categorize different countries according to the freedom of religion. Now India is currently kept in the special watch list. Okay, so this is answer is A. 14. E-Vidya Bharati and E-Arogya Bharati network project. Recently news is related to which country? See, Vidya Bharati, Arogya Bharati. Try to guess. Try to make some calculated guess. That means if India need to give, from the name itself, we can say that it's a India. We can. I'm just telling how you can guess. Okay, it's from the name itself, we can try to guess that this is a initiative from India side. Now, if India is initiating a program to give e-medicine and e-education, then which will be the region which India will be focusing? Do you think India have to give education to US, France, Nepal? Maybe there are chances. Then there is India-Africa relation. Now, this particular part is the answer is here is B, because this is part of India's overall project, extension of India's aid and support to digital aid and support to African continent. There is already this project e-network. Okay, where India is providing digital connectivity to this entire African continent. It is a program under India and African Union. Okay, so as part of that, India decided to expand e-education and tele-education and telemedicine to this region. That is E-Vidya Bharati and E-Arogya Bharati network project. Okay, so 15th question. With reference to Open Skies Treaty, consider the following. This particular treaty was in news because USA decided that they are going to exit from this treaty. So what is this Open Skies Treaty? It established a regime of unarmed aerial observation flights over the territory of its signatory. What is the idea of Open Skies is that, see, there is a certain, Open Skies means, okay, what this treaty is that, and if a country has signed this treaty, then that country can fly unarmed spy flights or reconnaissance flight or the spy flights over other countries' territory in order to check what they are doing military wise, or what is their military establishment, what they are currently doing, in order to collect data, in order to collect intelligence from other countries. Okay, what is the idea of Open Skies Treaty? If India signed this treaty, then India can fly. If India and Pakistan both have signed this treaty, then India can use India's unarmed spy aeroplanes, or let's say UAVs, drones, We can use those drones to fly over Pakistan territory and to see what Pakistan's military establishment is, to collect intelligence regarding Pakistan's defense and military establishments. This was actually this particular agreement treaty was actually initiated during the Cold War between USA and Russia in order to reduce the tensions in between both the countries. Okay. Now, so currently USA told that Russia is not following this agreement properly, so we want to come out of this agreement. That is why this particular thing was in use. Okay. So the first statement is correct. The treaty is established under the aegis of International Civil Aviation Organization. No, there is no. This is a military-related agreement. So there is no chance that ICAO will be involved, because ICAO is for civil aviation, not for military aviation. Okay, so the second statement is wrong. India is not a signatory to the treaty. Yes, India is not. India has not signed this treaty yet. So that means the answer is C. Okay. Okay. So let's go to the next question. That is 16th question. Consider the following countries: Kazakhstan, Mongolia, Uzbekistan, Turkmenistan. Which of the above are not members of Shanghai Cooperation Organization? SCO is a very important topic. Okay. SEO is a very important topic, so UPSC can ask about this SEO. Okay. Now, members of SEO. See, you need to, like I said in last session, you need to have a basic understanding of who are the members of these kind of organization. Okay. So one thing which you can easily guess is that Mongolia is not, because this is basically Central Asian Republic's organization. Mongolia is not a direct, is not a member of this particular body called SEO. Okay. So if we eliminate not member, right? So that means Kazakhstan is a member, Uzbekistan is a member. So if you eliminate 1 and 3, and the answer will be C. Okay. See, you need to know these facts. So you need to revise properly, because there is no shortcut for this this particular subject. I told you before also, it's highly fact oriented. You need to remember the fact. You need to memorize the fact. Okay. 17. Inclusive Development Index is published by. What is the answer? It's by World Economic Forum. Okay. B is the answer. 17. Now coming to 18. Recently, a cryptocurrency fund was launched. This is a good question. This can be a question for UPSC also. Which international organization came up with a cryptocurrency fund? Okay, cryptocurrency fund means if you want to donate to that particular organization, you can even donate using cryptocurrency, using bitcoins. What is the answer? It is UNICEF. B. Okay. Then next, 19. Which of the following countries shares borders with Red Sea? Again, UPSC have asked similar questions before also. They have asked. UPSC likes this region because this is a high conflict region. So all these countries are constantly in news. All this region. So because of that, you need to have a very good understanding of the map of this region. Okay. So Red Sea. Who are part of Red Sea? Israel, for sure you will be knowing, right? Yemen is also easy. So do you think Iraq is part of? If you know the map, you can clearly say Iraq is not part. So that means you can eliminate 4. 4 means you can eliminate this one, and all of them also you can eliminate. Okay. Now the question is Syria also. If you have good understanding, Syria is in the upper side. So do you think Syria is part of it? No, Syria is also not part of it. So the answer comes to C. Jordan have Gulf of Aqaba. In Gulf of Aqaba, there is a small opening for Jordan. Okay, so answer is C. 20. Which of the following institution released Global Intellectual Property Index? What is the answer? Who comes up with Global Intellectual Property Index? It is basically by US Chamber of Commerce. It's basically by a body called Global Innovation Policy Center. Global Innovation Policy Center. Okay, Global Innovation Policy Center. It is a center under US Chamber of Commerce. Okay, so answer is A. 21. Which of the following statement about International Criminal Court? Remember, it is International Criminal Court, ICC. It is not International Court. It is not International Court of Justice. This is International Criminal Court. Remember to compare and study ICJ and ICC. Okay, question is not correct. So one of the fundamental difference between ICC and ICJ is that International Court of Justice is a UN specialized body. International Court of Justice is not a UN specialized body. If you know this one data, you'll get the answer. Answer is A. All the other statements are correct related to International Criminal Court. See, this state in ICC has jurisdiction over to prosecute individuals. Yes, they can prosecute individuals because ICC is one of the major objective or agenda of ICC is to provide what? Genocide. Okay, genocide. So most of the time genocide is done by an authoritarian ruler. So ICC have the jurisdiction to even to trial individuals for crimes like genocide. Okay, so the answer is A. Now, next question, 22nd. Consider the following statement regarding Raisina dialogue. Okay, what is Raisina dialogue? It is it is the India's premier strategic dialogue initiated by India. Okay, so it is modeled along the Shangri-La dialogue hosted by Singapore. Shangri-La is one of the most famous hotels in Singapore. Now, there is a annual strategic talks under the leadership of Singapore that became one of the world's most important place to discuss strategic, economic, political related issues of the world. Okay, on similar lines, we also started something called Raisina Dialogue. So this is a correct statement. It is hosted by Niti Aayog in collaboration with Ministry of External Affairs. Is it right? No. MEA is there, but along with MEA, it is ORF, Observer Research Foundation. It is a think tank. It is a strategic think tank. It is a private body, ORF. Okay, so MEA and ORF conducts what? Raisina Dialogue. It primarily deals with building consensus in international economic affairs. Yes, it is primarily. It is not saying only. Primarily means one of the most important. That's it. Okay, so it is a right statement. Answer is D. 23rd. Consider the following statement regarding China-Myanmar Economic Corridor. Now, China-Myanmar Economic Corridor is one of the major investment by China in Myanmar as part of its Belt Road Initiative. Proposed CMEC will be a threat to India's territorial sovereignty as it passes through disputed territory of Arunachal Pradesh. Is it right? No. This particular issue is for CEPEC, China-Pakistan Economic Corridor. China-Pakistan Economic Corridor, which passes through what? Pakistan occupied Kashmir, which is a disputed territory. Okay, there is no such issues for China-Myanmar Economic Corridor. So this is a wrong statement. It is considered as part of Belt Road Initiative. Yes. So the answer is B. Okay. 24. Osaka track. Again, it can be a question for the coming year. Osaka track mentioned in news is related to what? If you know, go for it. Otherwise, just leave. Okay. Osaka track is related to digital economy. It is related to e-commerce. Okay. E-commerce under WTO. So there is something called new issues in WTO. Not going into details, new issues. New issues is related to WTO. So one of the new issue under WTO is e-commerce. Okay. Now, in order to decide how we should how we should manage e-commerce across the world, WTO is trying to come up with a treaty similar to TRIPS, intellectual property rights, etc. Similar to that, we are coming. WTO is planning to come up with a treaty for e-commerce. Now, in order to bring that treaty, there was a discussion there was a discussion which happened in the last G20 meeting. Last G20 meeting happened in Osaka, Japan. That is what Osaka track happened in G20 to bring e-commerce rules under WTO, digital economy. India decided not to participate in this particular agreement. It's a plurilateral agreement. India decided not to participate. Okay. 25th. Consider following regarding European Union. It is established through Treaty of Lisbon. It's a right statement. Euro is the common currency for all member nations. One fact related to European Union is that Euro is not common currency for all members. If you because it is only for countries who have signed the treaty for that. So this is a wrong statement. Britain is the first nation to exit European Union. Yes. So the answer is 1 and 3. That is C. Okay. So that's the 25 questions related to international relations. To sum up, see, if you gone through these questions, if you've gone through the previous year question, or in all the questions, one thing is clear: it is highly current affair oriented. Second, it is fact oriented. So keep a tab on current affairs. Keep a tab on, or try to memorize as much of fact related to these kind of topics. Okay, that's it. Thank you.